Welcome guys! In this video you will get to know some tips and guides for PUBG Mobile and BGMI based on my experiences. You should follow all these tips to become better at this game. Tip number 1. Every players in this game wants to become pro except few of them. But first let's know what pro player actually is. In my personal opinion, the one who can survive every 1 versus 1 situations are the professional players. In short, the one who can defeat their opposition in 1 versus 1 in any of the conditions, whether their opponents are attacking 1 by 1 on him. So in order to become pro you should focus more on improving 1 versus 1 winning skills. You just need to focus on 4 things, other things you will learn after being familiar with this game. Improve these situations: wall-to-walls fight, door-to-door fights, 90-degree covers fight from both left as well as right side. Prediction of your opponent's next moves, so you can do pre-fire and you could hit the first bullet before your enemy after face-to-face interaction. Check out my previous close range related videos, all things will be covered. Tip number 2. Learn to spray. Whenever spray words come into our minds, the very first thing which players think about is sensitivity. Yes, sensitivity matters, but one important thing you should know that is the first bullet jumps of every weapons. Mostly everyone prefers to spray with M416, so let's know its first bullet jump. As shown here you can able to see what I was talking about, and this is the reason why most of you fails to trace your targets in long ranges. Players thinks it's just a small gap between first and the remaining bullets, but you should think about its angle spread as the distance increases. In short range it doesn't affect too much. But as the distance increases you can observe here. So the solution of this problem is too simple. Whenever you tries to spray, start from little bit bottom side of your target. After the bullet jump it will get adjusted to your target and it will help to you avoid miss up targets. Tip number 3. If you are roaming in open area and suddenly your opposition rushed on you with vehicle, the driver of the vehicle most likely going to rotate vehicle around you and wondering you can't shoot them. At these situations you should never use ADS, always go with hip fire in order to trace them and for better accuracy. Because using scope at these situations will not provide you any of the advantages. Tip number 4. Fast movement in close range. If you want to take your movement and close range accuracy to the advanced level, there is no any tip for fast movement. But you can move slightly faster while equipping the SMG weapons like UMP45. Because SMG weapons are light-weighted as compared to heavy AR and LMG weapons like M249 and DP28, along with heavy ammunition like 5.56mm and 7.62mm. Whereas UMP45 uses the 45 ACP ammo, which is also light-weighted. Hence it helps your character to move little bit faster while using. Also UMP45 is currently known as Beast for close range accuracy, so it is worth using. Tip number 5. Use smoke grenade more than its ability. What I mean is, player mostly use smokes for the revival process in open field and to move from one place to another. But you can use smokes to get more from it. You have to throw it at other side of the wall from where you are going to wait for your opponent, mostly in this types of houses. You have to throw at this exact spot. Once the smokes appears, you can sit and hold yourself for your opponent to come up, and your opponent won't be able to spot you from down. You can hold here for 39 to 40 seconds till the smoke ends. And in between, if your opponent rushed, finish them easily. Tip number 6. This is very old tip, but still working. Most of the player has forget it. You can take a look of area around you without exposing yourself from windows like this and can spot the snakes around you. First stand near the corner of the room, then switch to FPP. Now look upwards. Now pull your crosshair outward with help of third eye button like this. You can look some extra portion of areas around you with help of it which window cannot provide you. Tip number 7. If you brush the one tire of buggy to prevent it from getting slipped around. Then always brush the left side tire of the fronts. Because most of players have habit to turn the vehicle from right side. Because it's hard to turn vehicle from the side where tire has got brusted. So never brust it randomly from any of the side later, it can cause problem in some situations when you need instant turn, or brust it accordingly. Tip number 8, switch to FPP mode during window-to-window fights, because in case of TPP some of bullets will get hit at the edges of the windows. But in FPP it will too accurate. Tip number 9, you can jump out of the windows like this directly without vaulting. Most of the professional players use to do this in order to save their few fractions of seconds. This you can't perform at ground floor except this type of houses, but you can able to do it in windows like school apartment. And you are much familiar about the moments when we used to escape from the enemies if we failed to get weapons first in school apartments. This method may be helpful to you if you are trying to pass the window quickly. Tip number 10, if you are facing this problem while shooting at your head level with help of ADS, where your most of the bullets used to hit at the object in front of you. To solve this, you need to switch to FPP and then open scope and shoot. Your bullets will get hit at target where you are trying to hit. Okay guys, that's all I got for this video. Hope you learned something new. Please subscribe for more such videos. WineMSK, signing off. See you guys very soon. Take care of yours. Bye.